think he would want to kill me.
I know. You see, this is the thing. When a man sees that his wife is ready to go to these extreme lengths to retain him and keep the marriage going, they are astonished also. That's why the astonished heart comes into it. Another woman actually packed up her baby at the back seat of a car without telling her husband, because she knew he was going off to meet his other woman. He was going to drive to the airport. The drive took more than an hour. And so she just put this new baby of 8 months old on the back seat with all the luggage, hoping the child would wake up. When the child woke up, the father sped back home, as you can imagine, to find that his wife had left and said, I also need a vacation. Why don't you get to know your son a bit better? Well, he thought afterwards that he had been married to the most extraordinary woman who was ready to go to such lengths. Another man in much more ordinary circumstances had his wife pour a jug of beer over the other woman. He too was very impressed that she cared enough to do it. But women have to judge the sort of thing in their relationship very carefully before they hit on a strategy.
Deborah, there's a fact of life that we don't like to recognize, that infidelity is rampant. Shirley in the book uses a phrase that man has an aptitude for promiscuity.
Yes.
And that is a fact. And
some develop it more highly than others.
Right. In my practice, I would say at given times, anywhere from 70% to 90% of the men have been involved in at least an act of infidelity or an extended affair. And I think 50 to 70% of the women. That is a figure that will astonish you, of course. But that is a fact that I have gleaned from 34 years of divorce practice. We have pretended this isn't going on. The implication of your question is, if a man is involved with the other woman, how can this lady take him back? Where is your sense of pride? How can you do this? Well, that, I think, is the wrong approach. I happen to agree with Shirley. Shirley's point, and I think my point also is, the marriage can be viable, the marriage can be saved, if, A, you recognize that infidelity is part of our society, and that you can deal with infidelity, and you can save a marriage, and you can even create a better marriage.
Yes.
You can strengthen a marriage.
Yes. You see, I believe I'm not opposed to divorce at all. I believe that there are very many very good reasons for divorce, but the other woman need not be one of them. This is the major point, I feel.
And you also point out that an affair, an extramarital affair, is not necessarily symptomatic of a bad marriage.
Of course it's not, but the myth is that every extramarital affair is an indication that something is wrong with the marriage, and especially with the wife. And I think it is this unjust myth that's got about that encourages the other woman to become the other woman, because she then believes that she wouldn't have been able to make any impression on the man unless the marriage was weak.
Except a few other facts, if you would, too.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm still reeling over the other statistics.
That there are probably 5.5 million more women than men. That there is something 100 to 84 women to men, women being the greater number. That men have this propensity, more than women, for affairs. That they are often transitory. That there are women out there who really cannot find a man unless they find a married man because of the odds involved. I'm in the singles world. I could give you the names of 50 wonderful women right now. Just wonderful women who have it together. I'd be hard-pressed to give you the names of 3 men who have it together right now. The odds are horrible. So infidelity is here. It's with us. The other woman is with us. And what we are suggesting, I take in tandem now, is that infidelity shouldn't ipso facto cause a divorce. It ought to be dealt with.
The other woman is so much with us that there's even a Mistresses Anonymous being established, and an other woman's forum, things like that, because they are very lonely people. I've met other women who've been the other woman for 40 years. But the other reason why...
Wait, don't tell us the other reason yet. We have to go to a break. We'll find out the other reason when we come back. Sorry.